Hi guys, Raven here. I just got done watching the Monday Night Football game. Ravens won 45-6 over the Los Angeles Rams. Lamar Jackson had a 5 pass TD night. Mark Ingram, I believe, rushed in a touchdown. That makes up the 6 touchdowns they had, which would be 42 points. And then Justin Tucker kicked the field goal, making it 45-6. And that's the way the score would stay for the rest of the game. Lamar Jackson was 15 of 20 for 169 yards and 5 TDs. I can't remember what the total yards rushing he had, but I do know this. I remember seeing a graphic toward the end of the game that said he had 876 rushing yards after he got pulled. Coach's decision. I mean, this game was a blowout. So I agree with the call to bring in Robert Griffin III, a good backup. And we got 3 Heisman Trophy winners on our team. Let's see. First with player, well, I couldn't read the stats too much. But this was his second 5 TD pass game. And I believe it is the 3rd straight game where he has thrown at least 3 TD passes. 3. He didn't rush for any touchdowns tonight. Mark Ingram did that. Marcus Peters gets his 3rd pick as a Raven. All 3 of his interceptions as a Raven came on the road, which I believe they were LA, Cincinnati, and now the first one was Seattle, then Cincinnati, I think, and then with LA, or against LA. 2 of those 3, he returned for a pick 6. Jimmy Smith also had a good night on the defensive side. He recorded a sack and basically put the exclamation mark on the game when he made the interception there on the Rams' last drive. This defense the Ravens have is pretty solid. From here on out, I don't think it gets any easier for the Ravens. They got a tough test coming up against the 49ers on Sunday. And then the following week, they're on the road against the Jets. Now, if the Ravens can win both of those games, the division is ours. AFC North will be ours for the taking. Which would mean it doesn't matter what Pittsburgh or Cleveland does. But I do know this. If Cleveland were to somehow beat the Steelers on Sunday, which I have to be honest, I don't see it happening. But if Cleveland were to pull off a victory, that would give the Ravens a 4-game lead. And that would, at very best, clinch at least a tie for the division title. But all that, but I'm not sure what would happen if the Browns and the Steelers ended up in a tie. I don't know. By the way, this is not a shameless plug. This is not an endorsement. But I am drinking out of a Pepsi bottle, but what I'm drinking in there is Mountain Dew Ice, my favorite drink. I could live on Mountain Dew Ice for the rest of my life if I could. I just like it. I like Crystal Pepsi too. I wish they would bring that back. But anyway, get back to the Ravens game. I didn't like Chuck Clark's penalty when he swapped the ball when it was tossed by an official. In my opinion, that was just stupid. I mean, you can't have things like that. But overall, I was very, very happy with the performance by the Ravens tonight. I didn't think they would have too much trouble. When it looked like LA was about to score a touchdown, that's when Marcus Peters intercepted the pass that pretty much saved the day. It's a good win for the Ravens. Last week they just beat Houston 41-7. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Ravens had to be the most highest scoring team in the NFL right now. I think that they've reached 40 at least 4 times, I think. Wow. And I have to agree with Mark Ingram when he said last week that Lamar Jackson is the front runner for the MVP. But I can assure you that Lamar Jackson is not thinking about that MVP award. What he's thinking about doing is winning these next 5 games, clinch a first round bye, and maybe home field advantage if somebody can knock off the Patriots between now and week 16. And of course the Ravens would have to win out for that to happen, because the schedule doesn't look easy. It's manageable, but I don't think it's easy. You got the 49ers coming up. I think they've only lost 1 time. I kind of wish they hadn't lost that game yet, because it would, it could set things up for the Ravens to be the ones that beat the last 2 undefeated teams in the NFL. Unfortunately, even though I like the Seahawks, but unfortunately, Seattle beat them on a Monday night game, which I think happened last week. So, that was a game I did not see at all. No clicking to it, whatever. Because I forgot the Seahawks were supposed to play that night, and I was too busy watching Monday Night Raw. So tonight, so that there wouldn't be a conflict of interest, I watched the Ravens game on TV, and I watched Monday Night Raw on the internet through my cable company, which means I had access to TV, so I was kind of multitasking in that sense, and talking with a friend about wrestling. I am a WWE fan. Still in a little bit of a shock of how NXT dominated Survivor Series. Wasn't a clean sweep, but they absolutely dominated. And I wonder what NXT is going to look like Wednesday night. That should be an interesting show. It does give NXT bragging rights. So, but it's what it is. Ravens get the win. So here, as I said, their schedule doesn't get easy from here. This Sunday, they have the 49ers. The next Sunday, they travel to New York to play the Jets, or East Rutherford, which is where the game is being played. Then it's back home against Buffalo. then back on the road against Cleveland, and then back on the road again. Or no, back home again against the Steelers. Hang on a second, let me pause this and I'll be right back. Okay, I looked at it. It's 49ers at home in Baltimore. That game is going to be on Fox. The following week is against Buffalo in Buffalo. Then back home against the Jets. And then back on the road to Cleveland. And then back at home against the Steelers. That closes out the season. So for me, yeah, I want the Ravens to kind of run the table. But for me, I want to focus on the little things first. Worry about locking up that division. Once you lock it up, then you can start worrying about the other things, like trying to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which I think would work to the Ravens' advantage. So we'll see. But focusing on beating the 49ers and then going to Buffalo and beat them. And if they still have a 4-game lead, at that point, there's only 3 games left, which would be the Jets, Browns, Steelers, the division's won. So, before you can get to the playoffs, you got to clinch a playoff berth. You know, you want to start doing it in a step by step. Clinch a playoff berth, win the division, then go for home field advantage, reach the Super Bowl, and then win the Super Bowl. My dream Super Bowl, to be honest with you, is Ravens and Seahawks. That has always been my dream Super Bowl, and I hope it happens. But anyway, I'm going to end the video on this note, because it's almost 12 o'clock, midnight, on this Monday, November 25th, 2019. I will see you on the next video. Peace.